What up, what up, what up? What's going on, guys? Your boy GS. Welcome back for another Madden 25 online ranked match. And today, we have our first game in the top 100. Last video, we made it to the top 100. We made it to 94. And this is our first game within the top 100. So, I'm not sure how long I'm going to continue playing. You know, a lot of people are like, yo, GS, try and go for like top 10, top 20. Let's see how far you can get. I'm not sure how long I'm going to continue to play the PS3 version because I do have Xbox One pre-ordered. I will be getting that on release day along with Madden. So I'm probably going to just try and play that. You know what I mean? I'm not sure how often, if I do at all, come back to the PlayStation 3 once the Xbox One gets here. But, I mean, we'll see. We'll see. You know, my opponent has the Eagles. I got the Bengals. Two very good teams. I definitely think I have the better team. Bengals defense is very ferocious. Offensively, you got to give the edge to the Eagles, but defensively, I mean, it's not even close. The Bengals have a tremendous defense, and hopefully, they help me stop, you know, the firepower that the Eagles have on offense. So, you know, trying to keep McCoy in check while also, you know, trying to keep tabs on McCoy and Macklin, Jackson, as well as Vic. So he goes down, as you see, he just scores his first drive. So, you know, here we are on offense, and, you know, the Bengals offense, I mean, it's not the best. They do have playmakers. You know, they got two really good tight ends. You know, Bernard is a decent running back. It's a fumble, as he just gets laid out right there. You know, and AJ Green is a monster. One of the best in the league. Can't take anything away from him. You know, Josh Johnson, who is usually preferred by most because of his speed. You know, he's got like 88 speed or whatever. Does have accuracy issues at times, but you know, for the most part, he's a very quick quarterback that can make things happen on his legs. So, you know, he gives you that intangible that, you know, makes him more valuable than an Andy Dalton. Right there we go, up the middle. He's sometimes son. Everybody just taking a face full of grass as we end up tying the game up 7-7. And again, here we go back on the field with our defense. And again, we're just looking for this defense to get loose. You know, let's hope that James Harrison can get a big hit for us and make something happen. Or, you know, Atkins can make a couple block sheds. And, you know, Mays can get loose. And just so many stars on this defense. And again, I'm just hoping that, you know, we can catch one of these little guys over the middle. You know, with Macklin, McCoy, you know, you got to try and catch one of them over the middle. And hope we can lay a big hit, because Bengals got some hit power right there. Brown does a beautiful run towards the outside. He gets about 40 some odd yards or something like that. I don't know how many, but definitely a good run. So right here, he ends up running the ball, but we end up stuffing that like a turkey on Thanksgiving Day. Right here, hits us with a play action, goes deep up top, and we drop the interception. So 3rd and 10 right here. Let's see if we can go on ahead and force a 4th down, and unfortunately, we're unable to. I felt like Newman was in the vicinity, but it just didn't really give me any type of reaction right there. So he scores, and now it's 7-14. And again, we're back on offense. And we get a very good return right there, bringing it all the way to our side of the field. And, you know, hopefully we can, well, his side of the field, excuse me. Hopefully we can just go on ahead and make something happen. Very quick blitz. Oh, look at August with the juke, though. We just got people dolphin diving, looking like fish out of water, just flopping around. And we end up scoring on one very quick play. So 14-14. And, you know, again, I'm just trying to lock in on his offense, you know, and hope that this defense takes control and makes something happen for me. Very good run by him. Ends up just reversing fields and, you know, going all the way across the other side of the field and getting a very good run. So right here hits us with a play action, and we get a huge sack, forcing a 2nd and long. So hopefully, you know, this is the drive where we can go on ahead and make something happen. So he rolls out, it's a fumble, and we recover. And that right there was great. We recover already within the red zone. So, you know, that 2nd and 20 right there definitely forced a necessary passing situation. And we end up coming away with a big sack and a forced fumble. So after we hit him with the bubble, we end up going to Bernard, who gets very close to the end zone. We end up putting in Dalton right there for the QB sneak. And this is why you put in your backup QB for the QB sneaks. Now, Dalton does get injured, and he is out for the remainder of the game. You know, I'd much rather have that happen to Dalton than Johnson, you know what I mean? So, if you're going to do QB sneaks, just in my opinion, just to be safe, put in the backup. Don't take any chances. So, we finally get ourselves the lead. And, you know, that doesn't mean that we got rid of Macklin yet. You know what I mean? So, he still is well within hand to be able to be running the ball. And McCoy is very tough to try and stop. Right there, he went for the screen, and we stuffed it up. Last time, he went for the screen as we knew what he was doing. He goes for screen again. But if you look 2 drives ago, it was the same situation. It was a screen play, and he passed it over the middle. So once I seen it was a screen, I felt like it was just a bait, and he wasn't going to the screen, and that he was going to go over the middle, because he did that 2 drives ago, and we read it, and we pounced all over it, and we end up dropping the interception. But more importantly, we end up causing an incompletion. Look at Bernard hitting him with the jukes, though. So right now, again, great territory. Hopefully we can go on ahead and make something happen. Trying to get Bernard, you know, to get us that first down, but we get stopped right there. So 3rd and 3 right here. Let's see if we can go on ahead and hopefully pick up this first down. We try to sneak in a run play, and we just only get a yard. And Bernard gets injured, and Bernard's out for the rest of the game. So I go from Bernard to slow-ass Ben Jarvis. Green Ellis was like his -4 speed. We settle for a field goal. You know, we figure we'll just go on ahead, don't take any chances at that point. You know, let's just kick our 3. We'll go up, you know, multiple possessions. I know I got a very good defense, and I feel like, you know, I still have the opportunity to lock things up with this defense. So, not really concerned about a touchdown at that point. So, we go up 10 points. And here we go back on, you know, as I already said, defense. And right there, thankfully, we stopped that run. 3rd and 7 right here. And he's going to an huddle. He no-huddled a lot. And I feel like, you know, right here we got like a cover 2 type blitz right here. And we end up coming off the edge right there, forcing a 4th and long, which he's going to go for it. And he ends up throwing right into Mace. I'm sorry, son, but no of you. He threw right into the purple route. And we end up scoring a touchdown right there. So, you know, what was a 14-14 game is now 31. Well, actually, he was up 14-7. You know, and we just went on ahead and went, 24 unanswered? So 31-14 right now. We really feel like this game is in hand. You know, I don't feel like his defense is really giving me too much issue. So I feel confident that I'm able to score against him. You know what I mean? So even if he's going to come out like just straight offensive monster, scoring every time he touches the ball, still doesn't matter. We still should be okay because we've gotten ourselves a very good lead. And all we need to do is be able to score when we get the ball. And, you know, we're good. So, little less than 2 seconds left. Right here, looks like he just tried to possibly play for a field goal, trying to go with the run. But we do get a block shed, and we shut that down. And he's still out of field goal range, which right there, he just runs outside the pocket. And we end up doing a Superman dive and end up hitting him with the toe tackle. So, you know, he doesn't go for the onside. So, you know, give him respect for that. I'm sure a lot of people in this situation would, you know, considering I don't think he stopped my offense. I think I scored every time I had the ball. So, right here, we're looking, and we end up going over there towards the left to Gresham. And, again, they have 2 really good tight ends. And, you know, that's one of the really good points that the Bengals have on offense. You know, you come on 2 tight end sets or, you know, with Gresham and Eifert. Oh, my God, them double Jews got him going crazy. With Gresham and Eifert, man, you got 2 really good tight ends along with A.J. Green, which can make for a pretty good, you know, passing offense. So right there, Ben Jarvis looking like the old Ben Jarvis from the Patriots, the old Green Ellis, the old #1 draft, he was never #1 draft pick, but the old 1st round fantasy draft pick from the Patriots, breaking tackles and whatnot. So, you know, right here, all we really want to do is we hit him with the bubble. Let's kill some time. We already have the lead. Game is already in hand. We feel like it. So all we want to do is be able to just kill some clock. We go back to the bubble, and we end up scoring another touchdown. And at this point, I feel confident that, you know, the game is over. You know, technically he's not, but he's going to need a lot to go his way. You know, in order for me to drop this big of a lead with, you know, a couple minutes remaining left in the 3rd quarter, it's going to take a lot to go his way. So I'm not ruling out the possibility, but I feel like it's very, very slim to none, you know, chance. So, you know, as long as we just don't give up anything big, I'm fine with him scoring. You know, just don't give up any big over-the-top home run plays. You know, just allow him to drive. Right there, 4th and 2, he calls a run play, man. That's a little ballsy right there to go on ahead and call that in that situation. So, you know, he's still running the ball, which is better for me. You know, he's keeping the ball on the ground. He's, you know, killing some clock. I'm not sure if he's trying to, you know, expecting to catch me off guard, considering he's definitely in passing situations. If you look at the score right there, quick little inside pass to Jackson, and D-Jax takes it all the way to the house, and he does end up scoring, and he goes for 2, which he does end up converting right here. So it's a 2-possession game at this point, you know, and again, he has yet to stop me once this game. So if I'm able to get this onside, which we do, I feel confident that I'm, you know, able to go on ahead and do so. And it is the 4th quarter, so obviously to better my chances, you know, kill as much time as possible, man. Put down that stool, put on the gloves, and grab them udders and fondle them bad boys, because we gonna milk them. We're gonna milk them right here. We go to Ben Jarvis, who, you know, surprisingly for his slowness, came out of the lineup, you know, because because Bernard got injured and did pretty good. You know, Green Ellis definitely did a good job. So we end up not actually getting the first down. Now, I already have the lead. You know, to me, a field goal or a touchdown, that situation really didn't matter, because I have a good size lead. I just wanted to get the first down so I could kill more clock, and unfortunately, that didn't work out. So right here, if he scores here, goes for 2, it is now a 1-possession game. He has all of his timeouts, and now I'm like, okay, I'm a little worried. If he scores here, we just might be in trouble. But don't test the user. He is so disrespectful. Somebody, please give that gentleman a link to my channel. Let him know, do not throw the ball my way. So after that, now it's like, okay, we got to come out. We got to kill the clock. You know, oh, look at that back juke, though. So we got to be playing time control here. You know what I mean? That was almost a very scary situation where he would have made it a 1-possession game possibly with all of his timeouts. So, okay, we can't put ourselves in that position again. You know what I mean? I wasn't even thinking that was a possibility, you know, because when you're in a game, you know, I'm not even going over that scenario. So if I get in field goal range that time, like last situation, I'm probably just going to take my 3, you know? So right here, we're coming out and passing the ball, even though we're in running situations, you know, again, hoping to catch him off guard, because he should be expecting the run that I'm going ahead and try and kill the clock. So I feel like, you know, when people do that, you know, you can catch him off guard with passing the ball. So 4th and 2, again, I should kick the field goal, but I'm not going to listen to myself. We ended up going for the touchdown, which I didn't want. I just wanted the first down. I wanted the first down, but that was just so wide open, I couldn't neglect it. Yeah, kicking a field goal was the right thing, but it's like, you know, we could end the game with the first down possibly. Let's get the first down, kill the clock, but that streak was just, it was too wide open over the top, and I couldn't ignore it. So, but nonetheless, we end up winning the game. You know, if I lose a 3-possession lead with 7 seconds left, it's going to be the greatest meltdown in history. Oh my God, I'm gonna need you to not punch me in the face like that, though. I'm gonna need you to not punch me in the face like that. So that's the end of the game, man. We end up winning our first game in the top 100, and we end up getting 5 skill points for that victory. And we're gonna go on ahead and see where that places us now. So we were 94th in the top 100. As you see, we dominated time of possession, dominated takeaways, just played a very, very good game, defensively and offensively. You know, both sides of the ball, we did very good. You know, we did what was expected. I expect to score, and I expect to have a good defensive game when I come out with a strong team like the Bengals. So we were able to drop down a couple spots, not too much, but a couple spots, and now we're within the top 90. So that's the end of the game, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed. As always, it's your boy GS, and I'm out. Peace. Give it to me, baby.